Yes, bitches, this is Justin right here on the spill couch.
Justin you, not Justin me. Justin you.
Hi guys! What it do, what it do?
We have a special guest here.
Yes, it's your boy Justin you. Justin, introduce yourself.
My name's Justin. Me and Amber, we went to preschool together, so now we're just finally reconnecting. If you want, Amber will definitely link my channel in a card, and I will do the same on my channel for the Spillers here.
Yeah, guys. He has a YouTube channel. It's really funny.
It actually is really funny.
Yeah,
not
Thanks.
just saying that either. It's just here.
that is true. And he's also a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
A loyal Spiller fan.
And that's what's most important, and that's why you're here.
Exactly. Exactly. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yeah, so stay tuned on this video. Justin's gonna be here to spill some tea with us. We have your Spiller question answers and a new spill question of the week.
To the intro.
It's been a long time coming though. I'm so happy to be here, guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We are so happy to have you.
Yeah, we are happy. Welcome to California, guys.
Oh, wow.
He's actually born and raised here.
I was. It's actually super funny.
What
Amber.
part? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
How fucking rude.
Happens a lot here.
I do that.
I'm from Palmdale. I'm from Palmdale, California. It's like a desert north of LA.
Never heard of it.
But what? Like Yonkers. If you go to New York City and you're like, oh yeah, I'm from here, and then they ask like where, and she has to say like Yonkers.
I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of Yonkers more than Palmdale.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's somewhere in Florida.
Palm Springs, bitch.
Palm Springs. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy because I lived in LA area and then I moved to New York, and then Amber over here lived in New York area and moved to LA.
And we actually moved the same year.
The same year.
Yeah, and then the year after we met.
On a TV show.
Speaking of that, how you been since then?
Oh, it's all been downhill ever since Hawaii. All the relationships trash, all the experiences trash. No, it's actually been really awesome, really good. The show was like great. Was it not like phenomenal?
And
Just
it's
like
gonna be on
it's
Netflix soon now.
Oh yeah.
So catch it.
Catch it on Netflix in
Now you guys
3
can really
years.
Netflix and chill. So
We're gonna start with some spill programming. Let's go.
wait, I want the people to know you more.
Yeah.
You know, like
More
what's
than that.
the
That's
rush?
oh my god.
So Justin, tell us, are you in a relationship or?
Yes. Yes, I am in a relationship. Thank you very much.
So you have a Valentine this year.
I do. I do. I had a Valentine last year too.
Aww.
Is he your perfect match? Is she your perfect
Triggered.
Oh my god, I didn't come here to get abused verbally.
We just want you to spill the tea, that's what we do. You should
Yeah.
know that.
The tequila today, baby.
Totally a perfect match for sure.
Aw.
Like truth, and everything. Yeah, we met in January of last year when I was on vacation, and
So was he your Valentine last year?
he was.
Oh,
He was. So yeah, I went on vacation to Puerto Rico.
With him?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I met him there. I met him there, and over the course of like several months after that, he came and visited me in New York, and then finally, like in May, he decided to move in.
Was that his first time in New York?
Yeah, in like the city.
Wow.
Yeah, and he did it in the middle of COVID too. Wow.
So he's Puerto Rican.
He's full
Is he crazy?
wild.
Like that?
Actually,
Wow,
insane,
it's a house full of Puerto Ricans.
Wow, it's pretty serious. It's pretty nice actually.
Well, congrats, and I hope everything works out for you guys.
Wait, you're single.
I'm single. Still single. I actually said my superpower is being single.
Tweeted today.
Yeah, and my niece actually said,
Super singles.
she's like, so are you called super single then? I was like, yes. And Kimberly is newly single now.
Yes.
Really?
Hello, single people. I am new to the market. All Justin subscribers, hit me up at KimmyG. 2 Y's. Our spill of the week this week came from a Spiller fan. Shout out to you, O_philosophy_O. Which of the 7 deadly sins are you most guilty of, and why? So we'll discuss that next week. We'll discuss your answers next week. So right now we're gonna discuss.
Sorry, you can't discuss it, but you can put it in the comments.
Oh, I will.
Make sure to comment below, because you never do. Anyway.
Word, I'm always commenting on his, and he's like never responds or anything.
Oh my god.
Damn, don't don't even interact with your fans.
I started. I know it's.
We interact
All
with
of
you
your
guys.
subscribers, come over to SPiLL's Way. We got you
feeling
with the
lonely?
comment backs and the likes.
They will treat you better. That's I still love you guys though.
So guys, we are going to be going over our spill of the week last week, which was what is a bigger betrayal than infidelity? So I'm going to read a comment from Chantal and Omar.
Oh.
Hey, Chantal.
Hey,
Hey
Omar,
guys.
what's up?
They said infidelity is a deal breaker for me, but if I had to think of something else just as bad, I'll also say taking advantage of your partner for your own financial materialistic gain is also a low. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, obviously, just taking advantage of anyone who like loves you, and you're just like using that love against them, and just like gaining. It's like borderline sociopathic.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot, especially getting older. Like my friends who had toxic partners, or like I've like dealt with someone like this before. Like they'll use you for your funds, and like you're just like so loving that you want to help them.
Exactly.
But they're being like manipulated. It may be worse than infidelity, because like infidelity are kind of like feelings that you have that you kind of can't control sometimes. But taking advantage of somebody for money, like, I think that's a little worse, because that's intentional.
Yeah, I also think it's worse when they're taking advantage of like your energy and your soul, you know, when you're pure-hearted and you're always giving, and they just taking advantage of that and also make you feel bad
They're
about
like
it.
preying on the weak.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not weak to care, but
No,
it's like
that's
taking
true.
advantage of
Yeah.
it. So it's so sick, you know.
But you kind of become weak when you're in that, when you're with like somebody so toxic like
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable, sorry, right? Better word.
It's gooey, you know. You let yourself, goo out. You're vulnerable, and then someone takes advantage of that. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Chantal, Omar.
That was a good answer.
Yeah, that
I
was
wasn't even
good.
thinking about that, but that's very like close or maybe above.
So we have a comment from Sam R. He says, I was cheated on and it really wasn't a good feeling. I acted like everything was forgiven and continued my relationship. It wasn't healthy and it ended horrible. In the end, my anger from the betrayal made me do and say things I shouldn't have. So infidelity is not good, and at that point, trust and respect is gone. Have you girls ever cheated or been cheated on?
Ooh, that's a
Justin, you're a part of this question now.
Be careful what you say.
Your boyfriend's watching.
I've never been cheated on.
Not that you know of.
Definitely not.
I'm kidding.
Come on. I'm a full package. Never mind.
Okay, so for me to answer, I've been in both situations. I both got cheated on and have cheated.
Same relationship?
No, different relationships. I'm gonna say that the one thing I took from that situation is obviously it's super hurtful. It's it is betraying someone. You're lying in that situation, right? So it is really hurtful. But I've learned that like you can't take it personal. Like one of the 4 agreements is like don't take anything personal, and it's so true when it comes to infidelity, because it really has nothing to do with you at all. Though like you feel like, oh, it's your fault, you weren't satisfying your partner, there's something wrong with you. It's really all on that person and like what they're going through.
Yeah,
so
totally.
like as hard as it is, I just learned to not take it personal.
Yeah, I've definitely been in both positions as well. I've been cheated on, and I've cheated, but only because they cheated on me first. So I was being petty and trying to like get back, and it didn't even make me better. I don't even know why I didn't learn my lesson the first time. But I feel like if I wasn't cheated on, I wouldn't cheat. So yeah, I don't know if that still counts. I mean, obviously it still counts, but I've never went out my way to cheat.
I do think that if you're cheating, that the relationship is not for you though. Like the person that you're with is just like
100%.
period. Like that's just like a one huge sign. Like you're not with the right person if you're cheating or being cheated on.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you feel the need to cheat, just break up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you want, just live the single life, right? That's what you want, live the single life. But then, like, some people really like the safety net of, like, being in a relationship, but they also want the fun of being single.
No, see, I don't like that. No.
No?
It's easier kind of said than done, just to be like, oh, just break up with them if you're gonna cheat. But I feel like a lot of people are scared that they're making like the wrong decision by cheating, and like this person's actually for them.
Right.
So like that's why they don't just break up, because they're scared to let it go. But I'm telling you right now, girls and boys, they ain't for you if you cheat. So just break up.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
Big fact.
I don't know, infidelity is pretty high up there because you're like breaking so many
It's
things
like
all at
top
once.
3 for sure.
Yeah, because you're like taking advantage of your partner's trust, so you're taking advantage of them.
Right.
You know, they trust you to like, I don't know, go out to the grocery store or whatever the fuck you're saying that you're doing.
Right.
Right, so you're breaking that trust, and then you're also like, depending on if you're having safe sex or not or whatever, you're also taking their health into account.
Right.
And then just completely disrespecting them, you know, and just at the very least, they're gonna be incredibly insecure and have to deal with insecurities now. You know, like, what if I wasn't providing enough? What if I'm not like enough as a person? You know, will this happen to me again or again? And like, why me? Why was I doing something wrong? You know?
Yeah.
So at the very least, they're dealing with that, and at the very most, they're just like gonna really not like themselves. You know?
That's very true. I feel like when I got out of my first relationship, I was always like, what's wrong with me? What didn't I do right? And I also didn't like myself. Like, I just didn't like who I was, and I was just like, behaving in a way that it wasn't me. So I agree with that. It's definitely up there. I think it's top 3. Obviously, you know, laying your hands on someone I think is disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, I still feel like cheating is a little worse, because when you hit someone, it's bad, but it's just like a physical pain, and I feel like I suffer more from like an emotional and a mental pain than physical pain. Like, okay, I'm not gonna condone you hitting me, but like, okay, you hit me, the bruise is gone the next day. Like,
right.
But you cheating on me is gonna hurt me so much. So
yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say the physical abuse, but also like emotional abuse too, for what you were saying. Like, bruises can go away, but if you make somebody just like not believe in themselves or feel bad about themselves, you can really take them to a deep place and like to a deep depression, and like manipulate them into thinking that they're not good enough. Just being abusive in general, emotional abuse, physical abuse, I think that can be worse than infidelity. Thank you for everyone for commenting below for that spill of the week. Don't forget to comment below for the next spill of the week.
So now we're gonna get to our spiller question for today, and we're gonna have Justin read it because he's our guest.
Wow.
And he's a spiller.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I love it. Can I hold that some more?
Sure.
The spill cup,
It's actually
guys.
magical. It has some witchcraft on it too. Be
I can
careful.
feel it. It has a good aura. So much time just like watching this. Here it is in my hand. I feel like it's like an Oscar. Sweet. So here we go. Wait, can I? Yeah, obviously you wrote this. This is from Javin Jose.
Javi and Jose.
Javi and Jose.
Hello.
Wow, yeah, you told it right. I'm so sorry, Javi and Jose. Do you think there's a double standard when it comes to each category in the LGBTQ plus community?
That's a great question, Javi
That's a
and
great
Jose.
question.
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to you
fellow
guys.
YouTube channel that we found and we became friends with, and they're
No
super
way.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
they're
so
super
cool.
interactive as well.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So go check out their channel.
I will.
You should
We love
subscribe.
mutuals. I will.
Yeah.
I've already subbed.
See, we're giving you guys a subscriber.
Shout us out. Definitely there's a double standard. Should we go through each one in the LGBTQ community?
Are there that many? There's that many double standards?
Yeah, I think there's a double standard for each one.
Yeah.
For each category. Like for lesbians.
Wait,
there's
what's the lesbian double standard? I actually don't know.
You know,
Yeah.
in my head when I'm saying double standard, I'm thinking of the word stereotype, and then it just hit me like, wait, it's a double standard. Not a stereotype.
I love this.
Okay, it's a double standard for lesbians because it's hot when two girls are making out, but for gays, it's like a lot of people think that it's not hot when two gay guys
Right.
are making out. They don't want to watch, but when two females are making out, they want to watch. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and it's
Yeah.
also more acceptable for two lesbian girls
Right.
to make out
Exactly.
than like
Right.
two gay guys. But I know people that they would rather see like two.
Like two feminine lesbians versus like two
Two
like
butch.
masculine.
Yeah.
Can you not say butch?
I just said butch. AGs, I guess.
What? I never heard of AGs.
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
not.
Just like being cautious not to offend anyone, obviously.
You could, but they like the term butch, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Cause like, I don't know, in the gay community, they use butch, that could just mean like more masculine on the masculine side.
More
of things.
masculine female. So like, do you think that applies to that as well?
I think so.
I feel like a lot of people are more uncomfortable with trans people than with lesbians or gay guys or bisexuals, you know what I'm saying? I just hope it gets to a point where it's not like that anymore, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just like we're people. It doesn't matter if we're a boy or a girl or both or in between or don't want to be either.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wants to be a cat. Like, who cares? Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I might be biased, but I think obviously bi people deal with like a lot of double standards, right? Like you're always dealing with the not straight enough for the straight community, not gay enough for the gay community. You always, if you're a guy, you're always thought of as like in between, you're actually just gay, but you don't know it yet. And then for girls, it's like you really like guys and just like you know, make out with girls or whatever. You're just a tourist or whatever, right?
Yeah, I get that a lot all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I like. There's like legitimate people that think bisexual people just like don't exist. Just like not a thing.
Or think it's like a phase. Like,
exactly.
Oh, they're just, like, going through a phase.
So annoying. So annoying to get it from like both sides, you know, like your own community and like the straight community as well.
And it's just like, oh, do you think you're just like guys more? Or you think you're like in a phase? And I'm just like, bro, dated a girl for almost 6 years.
That's insulting.
Yeah, like I know I like both men and women, you know? I'm sorry. What do you want me to do?
How many times have you felt just like the shame and the pressure to just say that you were lesbian?
I felt it a lot, honestly. But still, I'm not gonna lie. I am who I am, and if you can accept that, I don't care because it's still my life. I'm still gonna do what I want to do, you know?
Exactly.
Do you get offended if somebody asks what's your preference? Or you're kind of like both, like I don't have a preference?
I strictly don't have a preference. That's with like everything, like down to like race, religion, sex, you know, gender, like no preference whatsoever. So I don't really get like offended when someone asks me that. It's kind of weird when people ask like which one do you like more or like whatever.
Yeah, I think that's weird too. I do, but I do also let people know why I'm interested in both the sex, like what I see in both.
Oh yeah, every time someone asks me like the preference, like, oh, are you more gay, are you more straight, whatever that means, I'm always like, well, they both have like their pros and cons, and then I like.
Right.
You know? What are the pros and cons?
And then this is in trouble because then you start.
You really wanted to get people like us.
Then you start like generalizing, and people like hate that, you know, because if I'm like, oh, I like how girls are like all like. I don't know, I can open the door for them and it'll be like, well, not all girls are like that. I'm like, well, yeah, I know that. But with my past and with like females in relationships, it's always been like, I feel like girls just have like a different, I'm generalizing here, I feel like girls just have a different way of like tackling things, you know? Like I'll be like at the drive-thru and she'll like not be talking to me and giving me like the cold shoulder and I'm like, hey, is anything like wrong? And she's like, no, nothing's wrong. I just think it's funny how, you know.
Well, what does she find out?
It could be anything, you know.
Well, when a girl does that, it's because she kind of wants like you to
admit to something.
Like you should know what's wrong.
Why would I do that?
What is wrong, right? Like, you should already know.
But see, that's what I think about like same sex, like for you with girls, for me with guys. We just understand how like that particular sex like operates, like their mind, right? So you just kind of like get it, right? You get how girls deal with conflicts. You get how I get how guys deal with conflicts. So that's why like there's such a disconnect with like the opposite sex, which is a neg for me.
Because I feel like with the guys I've met, I never had that emotional like connection that I've had with like women in the past, you know?
Really? Like emotional, like deep, like.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Javi and Jose, for that question. That was like a good one. Thank you, Justin, for spilling that tea with us.
That's why I'm here.
So open, drinking our margaritas, and we can't wait to have you back. Maybe when we go to New York, we can film again with you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'll be a fun collab again.
I'll show you guys around, you know, give you some Tims maybe. Train for the first time.
Can you give me that onesie you wore?
I'll give you that onesie.
Can we get a yurt for the one time?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright guys, thank you for joining us with this episode.
Yes.
Justin, thank you once again for being on SPiLL.
Yes, subscribe, please, and subscribe to Justin.
Thank you.
As well. Press
Yes.
2 subscriptions and comment below.
Smash the like button.
Please, and comment below SPiLLL answers for next week.
Yes guys.
Love you guys.